Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing this bad boy, Valdo Prosecco. Extra dry sparkling wine and with a strength of, I can't see it, 11%. That's actually quite weak compared to champagne. Yeah, so Prosecco comes from Italy. It's the only place it comes from. Alright, let's take this top off again. I had a bit earlier and it shot up into the ceiling. Ah, that's better. So yeah, Prosecco. Obviously champagne is the biggest selling sparkling wine in the world. But Prosecco in recent years has really gathered pace and it's not far off there now. So as you can see, really it all sparkles around the edge, and that's what it looks like. It looks lovely, doesn't it? You know, with the light going through the glass, it really does look nice. On the aroma, hard to pinpoint the aroma, to be fair. Oh, the taste really nice. You do have to be careful with Proseccos and champagnes. Some of the dry ones, some of the champagnes are a lot stronger, nearly 20%. But some of the, I'll get it out in a minute. Some of the dry ones are a bit not nice, and sometimes you're better off going for a demi-sec. A demi-sec is one there where it's a bit sweeter, and so whereas a dry, on a scale of 1 to 10 at Sainsbury's, a dry was always 1 or 2, mostly 1s, which is as dry as you can get. Demi-secs are normally about 3. And then you've got your frizzantes, normal sparkling wine, and in Britain we call our sparkling wine. So do Australia, so do America. In Spain it's Cava, in Italy it's Prosecco, and in France it's Champagne. Asda in recent years also brought out Pro Grigio, which is basically a Prosecco blended with Pinot Grigio to make a sparkling wine. And that's our lesson today on the world of sparklies. But what this is, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the drier white wines, and when I first started drinking champagnes and that, not that I do it often, obviously, it's bloody expensive, but yeah, I didn't really like them at all. Didn't like them. Taste, go straight to your head. I mean, we had one. I bought my wife one of the large bottles, so it's basically twice the size of this little fella, and it was 20 something quid, and we drank it, and it was bloody rancid. It was nasty. And that might have been at the start of my wine drinking days, and it was a while ago now. Yeah, back when our best friends were still a couple, before she went off to ventures unknown. But anyway, yeah, and then I went on a wine tasting course and did champagnes as well, and I found out that demi-secs were my favourite. But I've had Prosecco since. Not really a regular drinker of this stuff, it's too expensive for one. But yeah, nowadays I can drink it, it doesn't bother me at all. So obviously, I wouldn't say it's the strongest of flavours, this. I mean, it says it's a fresh, extra dry sparkling wine made with grapes picked up from the Prosecco area. It has a lightly fruity bouquet, and what's that? And it's best served at 6 to 7 degrees centigrade. Well, it's just come from the fridge, so It's about that warmth now, so it's probably the right temperature. A prosecco, or most white wines, should be chilled or slightly warm. Bring it out of the fridge for 10 minutes, let the air get to it, and then take it. You don't want to be drinking anything about 3 degrees because it's too cold. So as you can see now, the lacing, was it lacing? Yeah, around the edges just disappeared, and it's just like a fizzy wine now. All about grape, the taste of grape, and even on the nose, there's not much on the nose with these. And if you've been watching these reviews, you'll notice that I've been talking about having issues with my computer, not with my website, putting this link on. This bloody bloke wanted this link, and this is a story of perseverance. All day I've been trying to, at different times of the day, trying to sort it out, and in the end, Bob's your uncle, I've done it, I've sorted it. And if anybody's out there who has their own websites and uses vBulletin, basically there's a CMS, a content management system on there, and you can't normally put stuff to go on one page and one page only. Well, I've sorted it so that I can put it on one page only, and it means now that I've got 200 quid coming my way. I mean, it's took me a bit longer than normally. Normally it takes me about 5 minutes to post a link to my website, but 200 quid's 200 quid. It's a lot of air. Although I've got to treat the wife out for her birthday, so that'll swallow most of that up. Hey, things you do for your missus. So even though it's extra dry, it actually is a nice tasting wine. I mean, we used to sell this in Sainsbury's for about 8 or 9 quid a bottle, I think it was, for Prosecco. And it used to go down to about 6 or 7 on offer. And I mean, Prosecco, wow. At Christmas time and leading up to New Year, you're lucky to find a bottle of it on the shelves, because it sells so much. Because of the price, it's half or a third of the price of most champagnes, so it sells amazing, and you can see why, because it's got good taste to it. Not a bad strength. 11% is one of the weaker ones. I know there's stronger ones out there than 11%, but so basically a light straw colour, good lacing. Obviously there's no head on it. You don't have a head on a bloody a sparkly wine. Not much on the nose, but like it says, a light fruit. Yeah, there was light fruit, which would be coming from the grape. But the main area, the taste, tastes beautiful, really nice taste, and I got it for free anyway, so I don't mind. Yeah. When my daughter and son-in-law moved into their house, they had 2 bottles of Prosecco. Neither of them drink Prosecco, and gave them to me for putting a wooden floor down. That about killed my knees, but yeah, you don't mind doing stuff for your family. And so, right, out of 5 then. So, Valdo Marca Oro Prosecco, obviously it's from Italy. Out of 5. Wow, really nice wine. 4.3 out of 5. I like that. That was nice. And definitely a thing with dry wines and that. If you're new to the world of wines and champagnes, you're better off going for a frizzante. Go into your local supermarket, Sainsbury's rather. For me, is the best when it comes to wines, because It's clearly labelled. They have the 1 to 10 thing, 1 being extra dry, 2 being dry, and then it starts to get sweeter. Go for a sweeter wine first. Introduce yourself into the world of champagnes and sparkling wines, and then see how you go. If you go straight to a dry wine, you may want to get yourself a bottle of lemonade just to fizzy it up or sweeten it. But also with the likes of Prosecco and other sparkling wines. And you can get sparkling wines in rosé. You can even get red sparkling wines. I've never actually had one, to be honest. Jacob's Creek do one. And yeah, it's weird, isn't it? A red sparkling wine. And one of these days I'll get off my backside and get one bought and do a review. But with sparkling wine, you can also add Chambord, which is, is it blackberry? Liqueur. And you can add Chambord to your Prosecco or Champagne, sparkling wine, whatever. And it just sweetens it up, and it's really nice as well. We had it in town. We went boozing one night with our ex-friends. And yeah, it was really nice, and it complements it so much, and you get pissed as a fart afterwards. I'll tell you now, glass of that and Chambord. Chambord's 20%. This is 11. So much Chambord, so much Prosecco or whatever, and it makes for a good night. We had a good night that night. Yeah. Right. Back to the internet. I've got to do some more work. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and cheers. See you soon.